Hi YouTube and welcome to Beaming Light. I am Danita. Beaming stands for bold, enlightened, aware, mature, insightful, nurturing, grateful. Light stands for loving, intelligent, generous, honest, and tactful. Okay, so I recorded this message just a while ago and I was replaying it and I was like, ooh, it's kind of raw. It's like Fab, I'm raw, dog. Y'all save sex. Okay, yeah, this video not gonna be made for churn. But welcome to my channel. The goal of my channel is to use my personal experiences, connect those to song lyrics and the song lyrics to Bible verses to bring as many souls to my dad at the end of the day, because when this life is over, I want him to be like really proud of me, very excited to see me. Okay, so story time. I just had to think about what I want to do first. My personal experience. So lately, I've been like watching and listening to a lot of spiritual things, and that includes like an array of things like tarot. You see the smoke because those are incense. Tarot. What else? And let me prove them because some people just be like, "What?" See, got the ash fell on my computer. Tarot cards, sermons. What else? Just like YouTube spiritual things, right? And there are a lot of people I really like Mark the Messenger, Christy Jesse, Vision Goddess Tarot. I love her spirit. We're the Chosen Ones. And I'm sure there's more, but those are just like a few off like the top of my head I could think of. But so I've been doing it, and I want to say that whoever says whatever to like in their messages, I want you guys to really pray for the spirit of discernment and wisdom, because you have to be aware of false prophets. Again, you have to pray for the spirit of discernment and wisdom because you have to be aware of false prophets. So let's go into personal experience. The devil is so sneaky. Like he just he gets you, you don't even realize it. Be careful of people who have that do as I say, not as I do mentality, right? Like, I don't want people giving me advice, even if they're, okay. This is where discernment comes in. Because the devil will give you advice, but he doesn't realize it. He doesn't realize that sometimes his lies are your truth. Ooh. Sometimes the devil doesn't realize that his lies are your truth. Pay attention to your triggers. Pay attention to what bothers your spirit, what doesn't sit right with you. Because if somebody's telling you a lie and your spirit is like, that don't sound right, then that's your truth. Someone is telling you a lie. It doesn't sit right with your spirit, right? Like what they're saying is just not making sense. Like that was my lesson, right? What you're saying is just not end up making. If it doesn't sit right with your spirit, then that's your truth. Like you already know they're lying, so why believe them? So false prophets will, again, some of them have that do as I say, not as I do mentality. You want to surround yourself where people are the example in every action that they take. Like they are what their words match their actions, and you know that their intentions are good behind their actions. Like you don't want to be around people where you're questioning their intentions, their motives. Something doesn't feel right, but you still go with it. No, when something doesn't feel right, that's God saying, back up, back up, back up, back up. What's that little Chris song? You don't know me like that. Give back, give back. You don't know me like that. That's what that is telling you to do, like, back, give me 50 feet. Like, I don't know what you got going on, but no, that's not, right? So when you feel like that, that's someone is lying to you, then that's your truth. I'm trying to see how I can say this or figure out how I can say this without ruffling a whole bunch of people's feathers and like having people wanting to fight and jump me. And that's just real talk because people get real serious behind some of the stuff that they are involved in. I'm gonna figure that out. But in the meantime, let's get into the title of this message. Don't allow false prophets to make you think you're feeling it. Again, don't allow false prophets to make you think you're feeling it. This is Hosea chapter 9, verse 7 through 9. We're looking at the New Living Translation. Again, don't allow false prophets to make you think you're feeling it. False Prophets is a song by J. Cole, and Feeling It is a song by none other than J. Hove. Look at that wordplay that girl got. I'm ready for my record deal. I'm ready to be on Rock. What is it, Rock Nation? I'm ready. Jay, I'm ready. Just okay. So going back to the false prophets, the devil, right? Sometimes the devil will say things and plant seeds in your head, and it'll make you think. Sometimes it'll make you think like, do I need to change? Are they trying to change me? Is this projection? You just have to really use discernment, and you have to know yourself. That is valuable to know who you are. Because once you know who you are, you know like what you're able to tolerate. Once you know your boundaries and what you're going to allow people to do and what you're not going to allow them to do, then it's easier for you to let people go. It's easier for you to let the nouns go, people, places, or things, when you are able to understand like your boundaries, like what gives you peace and joy. Because if it's not bringing you peace, it's like, why are you doing it? If you're finding that you're talking to people and you don't really like the conversation, like why do you keep talking to them? If you're finding that you go out and like you don't really like the vibe at the place, like why are you staying? When you start feeling some type of way, like your triggers, Sarah Jakes said it. Sarah Jakes Roberts, she says your triggers are your like weapon, like they're your protection. Your triggers are your protection. Like when something triggers you, that's your protection. When somebody tells you, I'm not responsible for your triggers, and that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Because a person that loves and cares about you is going to say, what am I doing to trigger you? Because maybe I need to look at something in my behavior to change. But if you're just, but you have to be careful. This is where the spirit of discernment and wisdom comes in, because you have to really have that insight, that spiritual insight. And I tell you guys all the time, like when you pray for wisdom and discernment and God gives it to you, you better be ready for that responsibility, because it's a lot that comes with it. You can't ignore it. Because if you ignore it, you're as guilty as the person that's doing it. So you got to watch that do as I say, not as I do mentality. And another thing you have to watch out for with false prophets is that they will weaponize the Bible against you. Oh, a lot of narcissistic people do that a lot. They will weaponize the Bible against you. Like, they're like, well, you need that. It's like, whoa. Like, don't throw it in my face. Like, I'm spiritual, but don't throw that in my face and use it against me to get what you want. Right? That's the thing. That's the key. Like, people will throw the Bible against you to get their needs met. And it's like, but that's a burden for you. And you're not responsible for meeting people's needs. You're not responsible for meeting their wants. Like, you do what you can do. You do what your cup allows you to do. If you have room, if your cup is overflowing, then okay, cool. But if it's not, then no. You gotta do what you gotta do for yourself. You gotta protect yourself. Be in your bubble. Be in your space. Be in your bubble. Say, I like my little bubble. My bubble. It's like so cute in here. You see like the flowers. I got a candle lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling my bubble. I like my bubble. I like to look at my picture. I'm enjoying my bubble. It's okay to enjoy your bubble. It's okay. So be careful of those false prophets. I want to get into The Bible verses, right? Hosea, New Living Translation, chapter 9, verse 7 through 9. The time of Israel punishment has come. The day of punishment is here. Soon Israel will know this all too well. Because of your great sin and hostility, you say the prophets are crazy. You see projection. That the Bible talks about projection, and then when the Black community talks about, like, my biological father, he's like, you need to stop it all like therapy crap. It's right here in the Bible. It's not therapy. It's like therapy is another way that they use a strategy, like, but it's right here in the Bible. It says, because of your great sin and hostility, you say the prophets are crazy and the inspired men are fools. That is projection, because when someone is carrying their own burdens, their own sin, their own hostility, they push it off on you and they make you think you're crazy. I'm not. They try to keep training your brain to make you think that you're crazy. You're like, no, but I'm not. Like, I am very aware. So, the prophets are crazy and inspired men are fools. The prophet is a watchman over Israel for my God, yet traps are laid from him wherever he goes. Satan lays traps for all of God's prophets, all of God's chosen ones. Satan, the devil, is just so busy. He wants to continue to try to catch you up in something to make your life harder and harder, because he's so miserable and unhappy in his own life because of the great sin and hostility he's carrying. Baby, all you gotta do is come lay them burdens down at the cross. At the cross. Lay them burdens down at the cross. He faces hostility even in the house of God. The things my people do are depraved, as what they did in Gibeah long ago. God will not forget. He will surely punish them for their sins. You think that when this life is over, I'm talking to the people who are carrying their great sin and hostility and putting off on the prophets because they want us to feel like we're crazy. Do you think when this life is over, you're going to go to those pearly gates? Oh, you do, right? Because you've been checking your list off. Church, send out a Bible verse, post a Bible verse, but then go home and do cocaine at night, or go home and commit adultery, or sneak around, or lie and manipulate, or go home and have a family across town, go home and pretend like everything is happy when I'm miserable. Like, because of your great sin and hostility, all of that you're carrying, now I'm crazy because I'm free from it. I'm free from all of that. Can you please get down? He's so needy. Y'all, nobody is responsible for their joy and happiness, except everybody's responsible for their own joy and happiness. And if you feel like your joy and happiness comes from you controlling the situation, then that's on you. But you can't control other people. Again, you cannot control other people. You cannot control other people. You cannot control other people. People are people. People are people. They want to be treated just the way you want to be treated. All right. So we're going to go to False Prophets by J. Cole. Yeah, life is a balance. You lose your grip, you can slip into an abyss. No doubt you see these ends tripping. Ego in charge of every move. He's a star, and we can't look away due to days that he caught our hearts. He's falling apart, but we deny it. Justifying that half-ass cheek drop just so we can buy it. When he tells us he's a genius, but it's clear lately, it's been hard for him to look into the mirror lately. Life is a balance. You have to balance, first of all, before you can attract the things that you want in life, you have to make sure that you're balanced. Are you in a stable place to attract the things that you want in life? And sometimes you can, okay, this is a good thing. Story time. I had a friend. We went on a trip, and I don't even know how she stung this brother. We were like down here. We were in Santorini. We were like down here, like down here, right? And then there were like levels in the hotel. And like this level was like up here. She seen a dude, black guy. She was like, "Oh my gosh, there's a black guy right there." You know, because it's not like you're not going to see many black people in Santorini. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, there's a black guy. I wonder if he, oh, never mind, he has a girlfriend." I was like, "Dang, how can you even see him?" She was like, "I can spot him like that." And I was like, "That's desperate." She was like, "I am desperate." And I was like, that's not the place you want to be. Right? It's like, I'm not, this desperation is not, like, girl got good job, on her own home, you know, good credit card, but just like, she's not balanced. She's not balanced. She's not balanced. And it's because she's constantly seeking the thing that she wants, but if she would just stop seeking it and just pull that energy inward, then she will most likely attract it. And that's where a lot of people, and that's not just even women, that's men too. Like, or men will stay somewhere because it's comfortable and they know the situation, they know whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but if you're not happy, you're not balanced, like, why stay there? Again, don't take this as like, well, Denita told me to, no, don't do that. What I'm saying is you got to really do the self-reflection and figure out who you are before you get into a real situation, right? Like a marriage and all of that. Like, you really got to dig deep. Those emotional traumas, those childhood traumas, those are real. Those exist. And it, like I'm saying, like, it's hard. And you look to people for good advice, but not everybody give you good advice. That's those false prophets, right? Or sometimes maybe they'll give you advice based on like things that they heard at church, like, and it's like, okay, but they're not taking it. So you got to watch out for that. Sometimes they'll give you decent advice, but then you're like, oh, but you're not even doing it. So now I got to start like watching, like, that's where spirit of discernment and wisdom comes in. Sebastian, he just blew out like, oh, like he annoyed. Why are you annoyed? But you know, that's where spirit of discernment and wisdom comes in. I'm trying to think of some other examples of false prophets. But here you go. He also says in verse 2, I got a homie, he a rapper and he want to win bad. He wants the fame, the acclaim, the respect that's been had by all the legends. So every time I see him, he's stressing, talking about N words, don't F with him. That is just depression. And I know he's so bitter he can't see his own blessings. Damn, you too blind to see you got fans N word and they platforms make a classic rap song. Like, count your blessings. Count your blessings, because false prophets to make you think you're living in lack when you're not. You're not. If you got a place to stay, you got a roof over your head, if you got a car to drive, if you got money to put into your gas tank, if you got food in the refrigerator, if you got shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, it don't matter how they look, what brand they are. If you have those things, count your blessings, because there's a lot of people that need those things. And we have to appreciate and be grateful for the things that we have. Again, don't compare yourself to those people. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, you have to stay humble, remain humble, because not everybody is fortunate. And what we can do is whatever we have that is surplus, that is extra, we can give to those who need it. Like, stop wanting and think about people who need. Stop wanting for yourself. I gotta have this. I want more. I want more. I want more. You always want more. You're never satisfied. You're never satisfied because you always think you don't have. Because you always want more. Do you see that? Like, if you always are in a place where you think you don't have what you want or desire in life, like, that's a negative. You're operating in a negative mindset. You're operating from a negative viewpoint, right? Like, because I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I want. Right? But when you start being grateful, you positive. I have this. Oh, I'm so grateful I have that. Instead of like, I need, I want, that greed mentality, that keeps you in that negative mindset. that prideful, that ego that keeps you in that negative mindset. Get out of that and get into this positive mindset, being grateful, being humble, being aware, like, man, what can I do to help somebody today? What can I do to, like, I saw this man, and I asked myself, do you want something to eat? And he probably had money to do it, but I just asked him. He was like, no, I'm good. I was like, okay. And I just let it go. Like, but you have to just operate like, okay, like I saw him sitting down. I was like, well, maybe he wants something to eat. Let me just ask him. And he was good. I said, okay. But I was like, well, I'm sitting here eating cookies. Let me ask him if he wants something. And that was just it. Like, operate from a positive mindset, a grateful mindset. Not I don't have this. I want this. When am I going to get this? Well, she got this and I ain't got it. Well, how can she get that? Well, how he got that new car? Well, what's going on over there in the house? Because I don't understand how they got all of that stuff. And like, why you worried about all that? Why you worried, concerned? Are you paying their bills? No. So why was somebody else doing bother you so much? Focus on you, homie. Get your bread up. My head is itching because that's confirmation. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, don't be bitter, stressing, depressed, anxious because you don't have the things that you think you should have. Maybe God's trying to show you you're not going to get your blessing until you learn these lessons. Shots fired. You're not going to get these blessings until you learn your lessons. What lessons you don't want to learn? What lessons you don't want to learn? Because there's something you don't want to learn that's preventing you from getting and accessing what you want. But you have to really learn it and really move on from it and drop that burden. What lesson is it that you don't want to learn? My grandmother used to say, I'm going to learn you today. I'm going to learn y'all some today. I better learn them lessons. Don't allow false prophets to make you think you're feeling it. Like J. Cole says, life is a balance. You lose your grip, you can slip into an abyss. You say, ego in charge of every move. He's a stir, and we can't look away due to the days he caught our hearts. This is assumed that it's talking about somebody specific. I ain't gonna say no names. We don't name drop on this channel. We just give examples. All right. True examples, so real life examples. I want that to be. All right, false prophets, like, people will make you think that they know everything, but you gotta check the energy behind it. That's where discernment and wisdom comes in. So that's when I say, like, when you feel like it ain't sitting right, like the lies are not adding up or whatever they're saying, it doesn't sit right with you, then that's your truth. Like, whatever somebody tell you, if you feel like they ain't sitting right, that's the truth. Now, I'm not saying that all the time. That's why I say you got to pray for discernment and wisdom, because sometimes you might just be off and you just think people lying because you don't want to accept the truth. But the truth always comes to light. Remember that. You got to learn them lessons to get to that blessing. All right, feeling it. Y'all, the power of the Lord is, he be like, God just be like, dropping seeds. All right. I'm feeling it, feeling legs, push it up to, wait, yeah, no, I got started over there. I'm feeling it, feel the glass, feel the top of my wet, feel the legs pushing up to the set, feel the high that you get from my lie. If you feel it, raise your L in the sky. I keep it realer than most, I know you're feeling it. Crystal nice, I like to toast, I keep on spilling it. Bone crushes, I keep real close, I got the skill for this. On my back, the fly is closed, looking ill as transactions illegitimate, because life is still a B, and then you die. But for now, life, close your eyes and feel this Since diapers had nothing to live for like their life was. But making sure every Jew stayed rich was in my cipher. We paid a price to circle success. They turn my mic up. I'm about to hit these dudes with some stuff that'll light your life up. If every dude in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. Nobody will fall because everyone will be each other crutches. Remember, check your network. Your network determines your net worth. I hope you fools choose to listen. I dropped jewels, busted. I dropped jewels. Planting seeds like that. So my friends used to be like, okay, this is how I came up with this idea to relate some lyrics to my verses, because I will always relate a lyric to life experience. Like I would on a girl's trip. I had to stop doing that because I was like, I'm getting tired of this. I was just over it. I was on a girl's trip, and one of the girls came down like the hotel. She had just sunglasses on, like it just looked like a real night. And I was like, man, last night was mad real. Jesus grabbed the wheel. Wait, last night is mad real. Wait, fresh out of Advil, Jesus grabbed the wheel. Something like that. It's on Pound Cake. I can't remember it word for word, but it's Jay-Z's line on Pound Cake. Last night was mad real. Fresh out of Advil, Jesus grabbed the wheel. There it goes. She was like, you always know the perfect lyric to say the perfect moment. And it was just so safe to say I came up with that like when I started connecting with God, I was like, a lot of this stuff kind of reminds me of some of the songs I listen to, and that's why I came up with the show. Just like FYI, because I don't think I've ever said that. I hope you fools choose to listen. I drive jewels busted. These are the rules of following my life. You gotta love it. Jay-Z literally, when I say Jay-Z, like laid out the blueprint, you gotta look at his body of work from Reasonable Doubt to 444, I think was his the Carters. Like the jewels that he is dropping, like the things he is saying, like the seeds he is sowing, like either you choose to listen and get this knowledge, or you still gonna be stuck where you at. People are like, what's the key to success? Love. That's the key to success. Love. Not looking for love, not going for love because you see the person is successful. Love. Love of self. Love of God. Love of family. You can love your family and keep them at a distance. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I can love you from over there. If you really, really need me, I'll try my best to help you. What I have left over from my cup. But love. You can love your friends that you grow apart from. Same thing. If you really, really, really need me, I'll try to help you from whatever is left I have in my cup. If I can't do it, you have to understand that I just can't. See, some people are so used to control, so it's like when you don't do things the way they want you to do it, then it's like, it's like, no. Me and my mom used to have this argument, like she would want me to help her, but she would want me to do things a certain way. And I was like, I'm giving you the help. You can't dictate to how it goes. Like, as long as I'm giving you the help, like you can't tell me how to help you. As long as the job gets done, you can't, micromanage your steps along the way. No. Mm-mm. As long as the job gets done, that's all that matters. Don't micromanage your steps along the way. People try to control things because they don't have control over the real things that they want in their life. So, these are the rules I follow in my life, so you gotta love it. Like I'm telling you, love is the key. Love is where it's at. You know, I was thinking about, like, you guys ever heard of Divine Nine, like the sororities and fraternities? There are a lot of notable Divine Nine members, right? And I don't really know the inner workings of what they do or how they operate. But me personally, and to make this disclaimer because I don't want people to take this the wrong way, because this is not a knock. I need you guys to understand that whatever I say is just my personal feelings, and you can't take what I feel personal. You can't be like, shit. No, you can't take it personal. That's just me. You be like, I just respect it. That's what adults do. Respect the moves. Like, I mean, you ain't got to be down with it. We good. Like, okay, cool. Peace out. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But as an adult, I had a couple of people say, like, we gotta get you in the sorority. And I'm just like, no, that's not me. And they're like, well, why now? I was like, well, why would I pay to be your friend when I'm your friend for free? Like, why I gotta pay for these connections when I'm already connected to you for free as a friend? Like, I just, that's just my thoughts. Like, but anybody else that want to do it, like, do your thing. Like, I'm not knocking it. Like I said, there are a lot of notable frat and sorority members that have done great things in the world, great things for humanity. I'm not knocking anybody that's in it, but that's just my mentality on it. That's just the way I think on it. That's like, for me, I'd rather drive a putt-putt and have a house. Some people don't. Some people want like the big luxury car and pull up. I don't know. I don't know. You know, like, that's just me. Like, it's just my mind frame, how I think, right? Because I'm thinking about creating generational wealth and building a legacy. And I feel as if, like, I'm looking at the value of things, like what is valuable, right? What is going to make money? That's why I say Jay-Z drops jewels. He talks about buying art, buying property. Like, he talks about these things. He doesn't talk like J. Cole don't care about what his car look like. He not a fan of cars. There are some people that just don't care about that stuff, because they're like, I'm building generational wealth so that when my kids come along, they have the keys of success and they can follow their dreams. And I think that's the bigger picture. I think sometimes we get so focused, hyper focused on what it looks like right now. But when you look at the bigger picture of life, I'm like, oh, okay. All right. But that's just me. Like, I'd rather be with, the brothers in Christ than the sisters over here, like that. But that's just me. Like, brothers and sisters in Christ than brothers and sisters over here. Like, I that's just me. I don't want to do that. But if whoever does it, good. Like, I'm happy. Like, continue to make positive and impactful changes into the community. But I just choose not to do that. And everybody has free will. And if they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. I'm going to go over here. I like this over here. The spiritual connection is amazing. I'm going to go see what this is about. Y'all have fun. But I'm going to go see what this is about over here. I hope you guys understood my message. There's no shade. I support and love everybody. I pray for everybody. As long as we are all helping humanity, it doesn't matter what road we take to get there, as long as we're creating positive, impactful changes to uplift humanity, to bring us higher on a love frequency and vibration. Your road, everybody's road is different, and I choose to go on this road. Okay? All right, you guys. Well, sunny vibes, being a beaming light in your community, spread love, light, and positivity throughout the day. Remember to pay it forward within a random act of kindness, and it's all love. All right, be grateful out here. Guys, take care.